with our host, Alan Porter. Alan, what's going on, man? How are you?
I'm doing well today, Neil. Great day here in North Carolina.
Absolutely. And our topic today, retirement shortfall. Most Americans aren't near their savings goals. What now? Alan, the last survey shows a major gap between what people think they need for retirement and what they actually have. Why is this shortfall so widespread?
Neil, I've said this many times. People spend more time planning their summer vacation than they do their retirement. But you need to start your planning for your retirement back in your 20s. Because if you could do that in the 20s, when you put money into a financial institution growing at certain interest rate or whatever, compounding is the ninth wonder of the world, or how many wonders we've got. But after basically the 6th to the 8th year, that compounding just shoots straight up. I've got so many people that are 55 and come to me and said, Alan, I'm scared. I don't have anything for my retirement. I said, I got a little bit of money in my 401k, but that's not enough to retire on. What can I do? I said, you can rob a bank, but no, you need to start planning as early as possible. And I don't care if you save $25 a month, $50 a month, or $10,000 a month. You've got to start someplace, and you've got to have the right financial products in order to invest in this. And it could be stocks and bonds. It could be mutual funds. It could be cash value life insurance. But you need to become educated on what all these financial products do, and if there's any risk in retirement when it comes to these. And the taxes, especially the taxes that are involved with all of these financial products.
With inflation, rising healthcare costs, longer lifespans, how much is enough really changing? And are those $1.28 million targets even realistic for an average person?
Neil, you think about people right now live on Social Security. It's scary. 40% of Americans rely on Social Security as their number one source of income. Social Security is scheduled to run out of money in 2033. That can't happen, because we'll have a huge problem. But $1.28 million, and it all depends on what your lifestyle is. Many people, they go out to eat all the time. They take trips. What I want to do, when I talk to people, they say, I'm going to be in a lower tax bracket, Alan. I said, that's all well and good, but I want to talk to people that are going to be in the same tax bracket or a higher tax bracket, because I want you to enjoy your retirement. When you say you're going to be in a lower tax bracket, you basically lost all of your tax write-offs anyway. Your kids are gone, your house is paid for, whatever. But again, it's about education. It's not about rate of return of retirement. Like I've said many times, it's about distribution of your assets.
It's so important. And then, like I said, it's interesting seeing people talking about retirement and looking at 1.28 million. If they were living 40 years, that's not much money, Alan, at all. Yeah.
Neil, that 4% distribution rate, what is that? $48,000 a year?
Yeah. No one can live off, it's poverty. You can't live off that. And you're telling me, Alan, that people that are 65 and older are living that way. And I don't know how they're surviving with grocery costs and all these expenses.
They may eat one meal a day. I just don't know how they do it.
Yeah. What would you say to someone in their 40s or 50s who just realized they're way behind on their savings?
First off, the first thing I'd say, are you investing in a 401k? And if so, why? They'd always tell me it's a tax deduction. I said, no, it's a tax compound. I said, the 401k is an outdated, even Ted Benia, the inventor of the 401k, said it's a monster and it needs to be destroyed. But we've been inundated by the propaganda of Wall Street, fee-based advisors, to say, to use a 401k or a stock portfolio as our number one form of retirement. That form of retirement only compounds the risk in retirement, such as sequence returns risk. The number one fear of retirement, running out of money before you run out of life. Tax risk, interest rate risk, longevity risk, which is a risk multiplier. I want people to start in their 40s and 50s and get into a financial vehicle that can be a tax deduction if properly set up in a defined benefit plan. But it grows tax deferred. Your distributions are tax free. It does not affect the taxation of Social Security or means testing for Medicare Part B, which will be in the thousands of dollars per year. It does not affect the taxation of Social Security. Like I said, it does not, but you're protected from lawsuits, liens, and judgments. It eliminates or mitigates all the risk in retirement that a stock portfolio, bond portfolio, money market funds, mutual funds only compound. People don't know this, because just the tax risk alone, people have no idea, Neil. Like I said, an average 401k, the fees are 2.99%. Over that time period at 65, that will eat up half of your income in your 401k. And you hit with taxes anywhere from 20 to 55%.
And then also, a lot of people are banking on their home. We don't know what's going to happen with real estate and all these things.
But the other thing people don't understand too, their home can be one of their greatest assets in retirement. It's called the HECM, Home Equity Conversion Mortgage. I'm going to be doing it here probably next month. But basically, it's a great way to, especially for 60 people over 62, especially if you got your house paid off. Well, but you don't want to have it paid off. Maybe you owe $1,000 on it, but they'll set you up with a line of credit that will grow at the same rate that you have to pay for closing costs and everything. It's an absolute great product. Now, I don't sell it, but I know what it does. And I have people on my team that are experts in that. And they will guide you along. But that's just one of the things that people don't know about because they're not educated. So HECM, Home Equity Conversion Loan.
For those already retired with less than they hope for, what are the smartest steps they can take to stretch or supplement their income?
Hopefully talk about, like I said before, fixed or fixed index annuities, because it's not about rate of return in retirement. It's about distribution of your assets. And if you have an annuity, a fixed or fixed index annuity, not variable annuities, I don't deal in those, or they're tied to the market and have very high risk fees. But the older you get, the higher the distribution rate is. Do you think about that? That's absolutely huge for people. When you can get, I had one lady, I got a 9.3 distribution rate at age 68 in one of the annuities. That's twice as much that's recommended of the 4% distribution rate. And that's guaranteed income.
It's powerful. How does mindset play into all this? What kind of thinking needs to shift if people want to take back control of their retirement future?
They need to think outside the box of conventional financial planning. And what I do is I teach people a paradigm shift in their thinking about conventional financial planning. And I show them the ways that the wealthy and the banking institutions have been making money for years. It's not complicated. It makes perfect common sense, but nobody wants to hear about it because they've been, like I said, they're talking to people with 401k or their fee-based advisors. There's so many other things out there besides stock portfolio that people need to understand.
What's one immediate action you recommend to anyone worried they're falling short of their retirement goals?
Give me a call or give a certified financial fiduciary call or a certified tax and business advisor. I know most all of them, and we have the same thought when it comes to retirement. We want to protect our clients from all the risk in retirement. We want them to save all the money they possibly can in retirement from taxes, and we want them to have a happy and healthy retirement. You know, it's a study proven by Harvard that people with guaranteed income live a longer, happier, and healthy life because they don't have to worry about the ups and downs in the market.
Okay. All right. Call you at 910-551-1046 or go to strategicwealthstrategies.com or email you at strategicwealth0@gmail.com. And Alan, this is the thing that really all this advice you have, this entire team, it's going to cost you nothing to go on a call with you, right? You don't charge.
No, I don't charge for my consultations. It's all about education because nobody's done it before. I've been doing this for 15 years now. It's like becoming your own bank. There's many ways, infinite banking, whatever, but I've been doing this for 15 years since I knew how to do this. That loan can save tens of thousands of dollars and put money back in your account.
All right. Appreciate it, Alan. Thanks again. That was the Strategic Wealth Strategies podcast guest.